Successful community engagement is always a challenging to accomplish. I would say one of the most important components are kind of the ability to listen to the institution, parties, partners that you're partnering with, an ability to empathize with them, and then understanding that you're both working towards mutual benefits.
The big moment of community engagement that I remember was when we were working out the details of the chicken coop. Dan and I were drawing out the design and showing Vicente, which was the leader of the chicken coop. And so we had a design that we liked, but Vicente kind of had an idea in his head. And so Jesse helped us communicate, and we both found a good design that we both liked. And so it was really cool how both parties worked together to find a common goal, where both parties come in with their ideas and come out with a mutual benefit.
The progression of community engagement in Anna really goes back to when the first group of St. Mary students came here to build the nursery. They were such a great help. I was the leader of that project, and I can never forget how fast we got that going. And then the second group came and we worked on it, and now the third group is here and they are working on the chicken coop. It's so wonderful to see the fruits of our work together there in front of me. And when you leave, that memory of building the coop is going to stay behind. The planning process between us and St. Mary's is so interesting. We have our way of thinking about the coop, and then you brought in your ideas. We were able to sit down together to discuss different designs. For me, it was a great learning experience because I saw ideas on paper I hadn't thought about. It was really great having the experience of planning together. The benefit from this cooperation, in a sense, makes our survival much more likely. These projects bring us food, money, and as we grow and create these projects, it's really about subsistence. It's a future for us. We have a bank account where we are able to draw off it as we need to, so this type of cooperation is making those things possible. The chicken coop is immensely important because, as you know, we have the posada here, and the demand for chicken is just so high. The coop will provide chicken and eggs for the posada, and the manure will be very useful for the garden.
What we want to see with the chicken coop is a sort of resource that Anna has in order to help be more accommodating to different tourists, as well as a resource that they can use to kind of have some more economic power that they can share amongst the community. It's kind of funny to hear like the beginnings of the chicken coop and how Shawnee, our professor, just kind of briefly mentioned it as a joke. Oh, you know, it'd be nice to have eggs in the morning. And although that kind of sounds self-serving, or at least it did to me at first, the more you think about it, the more I kind of understood that this creates something that they can use to help bring in more tourists, and something as small as eggs in the morning is valuable in that respect. But also, it's a resource that they're trying to get back to, because when we talked to them about making this coop, they said, you know, we had these resources before and we knew these practices, but they just were lost with time. And now, with your help, we're working together to bring them back to the community, and we can use them for trying to benefit the health of the overall community by giving them more food and making more money with that along the way.
What I would say, these projects have really changed my life. Not just the ones we are working on right now, but all of them, like the fish farm. My lifestyle was a lot different not too long ago, and I would work in the fields, and I would work really hard to produce 1 sack of farinha, that then I would exchange for 1 kilo of sugar, and even sometimes I would still be owing them. It was really hard to make ends meet. You never knew how things were going to turn out, but now, with the projects, I spend much more of my time working on the fish cages and chicken coops and helping with others. I'm not working all the time in the fields, and I don't have to do that anymore. For example, I can dive into my fish tank, pull out a few fish, and get 2 days worth of money by selling them. I can get chickens from my coop and do the same thing. I'm not suffering like I used to.